Hey there, welcome to the Hot Slice Podcast. This is the podcast brought to you by Pizza Today magazine, and we're talking all things pizza business. And I am your host, editor-in-chief Denise Greer. Along with me, senior editor Kate Lavin. Hello, Kate.
Hello, Denise.
Hello. So I got to tell you, I love this time of year. It's warm. I'm a gardener, and all of my garden goodness and my perennials are just looking so pretty. And soon it'll be so hot, and they'll be dead. So I'm really happy for this time of year. And I have just gotten back from Chicago going to the National Restaurant Association show. But while I was up there, you can bet I visited a lot of pizzerias. So I can't wait to share those experiences and talking with those operators, being on the ground, talking business. So that'll be a fun time.
That will be a blast.
Absolutely. All right. So without further ado, let's just jump right into our guest.
All right, so today we spoke with Armando DiMeo of Coastline Pizzeria in Houston, Texas. And Armando is becoming more well known for something that you enjoy doing in your backyard, Denise, and that is the grilled pizza.
I do love a grilled pizza. It's so fun, but it's so hard because you really wreck it for a long time until you figure it out. And the one thing that I really wanted to know from him was how to do that on scale and the type of equipment that you're using, and to do that for volume. I just couldn't imagine, because when I'm making grilled pizzas, I'm making like three or four of them. So. But as we said, the key is the par grill. I'm just telling you. But if you've never had grilled pizza, it's so unique, and the flavor profile is so different than you get in an oven. And so it's a really fun style to play with. Very New England.
Yeah, and at this restaurant, Armando also offers a Neapolitan style pizza.
Hmm.
So he has two different kinds of dough, two different pizza ovens. He's got a lot going on.
Yeah, but my favorite part might be how he includes his employees in some profit sharing on the menu. And I don't want to spoil it, because you really need to listen to how he did that, because that is a fantastic idea.
Absolutely. All right, let's listen in.
Are you looking for smarter ways to improve consistency, efficiency, and bake quality in your pizza operation? Spokane Valley, Washington-based Lloyd Pans is the trusted name for commercial pizzerias and home chefs alike. For over 40 years, Lloyd Pans has been creating innovative pizza pans and tools designed to deliver perfect results every time. Whether it's crispy golden pizza crusts or perfectly baked pastries, Lloyd Pan's durable, stick-resistant, and proprietary pan finishes are a game changer. Going beyond pizza? Visit lloydpans.com to explore our lineup of food service and bakeware pans and accessories. Need shipping quotes or custom products? Email sales@lloydpans.com for personalized service. Are you looking to get your brand in front of passionate pizza pros? Well, you've come to the right place. The Hot Slice Podcast, brought to you by Pizza Today. We're all about everything pizza business. Each week, we dive into fun conversations about trends, tasty tips, and insider stories from the pizza world. Our listeners are engaged and eager to discover what's new and improve their craft, with help from brands like you. Imagine your brand reaching pizzeria owners and pizza enthusiasts while they enjoy our laid-back chats. It's a perfect match. Whether you're selling equipment, ingredients, or anything that makes pizza better, our ad spots are designed to connect you with the right audience. So if you're ready to slice into something special, reach out to us about advertising on the Hot Slice Podcast. Let's share the love of pizza together.
So we first heard about Coastline Pizzeria in Houston, but you own a few different restaurants. Is that right?
Yeah, with my family, I grew up in the restaurant industry with my parents, and they first opened up their restaurant in '88, and since then, I've been able to open up several other restaurants with them throughout the years, and it's been quite a journey opening up restaurants with family members, and this pizzeria, Coastline, is something that a small side project of mine. It's been a passion of mine for a very long time. and had the opportunity to put it together in 2023, and it's been fun, a lot of fun since then. So yeah.
That's great. And I understand you do two pretty different pizza styles. Could you tell us about those?
Yeah, yeah. So my true passion is Neapolitan pizza. I grew up eating it, visiting family in Naples every year, and I knew that if I ever were to open up a pizzeria, that was going to be the focus. And I also knew that in that focus, not everybody really, maybe not appreciates Neapolitan pizza, but understands, the style that it comes out to be. It's not supposed to be a crispy, crunchy, type of pizza. Yeah, it's a fork and knife pizza. So um, with that, I wanted to create another style of pizza that would kind of be basically the opposite of a Neapolitan pizza. So I was working in one of our restaurants, and I started just playing around, and I threw uh, some dough on the grill, and that just kind of kicked it off. And I'd worked on that for a little over 5 years on a grilled style pizza, and that's just been perfecting it over the years, and that's where it came down to. And I was able to make it work in a commercial setting. And yeah, so we do Neapolitan and grilled pizza. So
So take us through the process there of making grilled pizza and how different it is from doing the Neapolitan style.
um, so we used a standard high gluten flour. There's not anything else involved in the actual dough mixture that's out of the ordinary. Really, what it comes down to is how we manipulate the dough, from the 24-hour ferment process to um, getting it on the table, right? So we herb and oil sheet trays, and we press the dough out into these sheet trays, into a rectangular shape. From there, we par grill them on both sides of the grill, or on both sides of the bread on the dough, and we let them sit on the rack. So then at that point, the 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 grilled dough is nearly cooked through. Then when an order comes in, we simply top it with our ingredients and finish it in a Pizza Master electric deck oven, and that's how the pizza comes out. And it's a quick cook time since it's already par grilled. We can finish the pizzas in 7 minutes or so, and they come out nice with a nice char from the grill, crispy throughout, and holds up the toppings really well.
Cool. When I think of a grill, I'm thinking of the kettle grill on the back porch. I don't imagine that's what yours looks like, does it?
No, I mean, in commercial setting, it's a standard gas grill. Um, but no, no, it's not like a green egg or anything like that. But the beauty of this type of dough that we use and the way that we utilize it, you can easily make this in your backyard any day of the week, and have good results with it too.
Very cool. And can you do it all inside? Can the whole process take place inside with the grill that you're using?
In the commercial setting, yeah, because it's under a hood vent, um, and all regulated. Now, if you're doing it at home, you'd probably be using a propane tank, so that it would have to be outside. But yeah, it's all very pretty simple. It's not the easiest thing to this oiled dough on a hot grill. It
Yeah.
definitely takes some practice. It takes some burnt hands every now and then, but once you get it down, it's a really fun art to master, and the results are really nice. Yeah.
When I think of the grilled pizzas, I often think of New England, like the New England pizzerias. I think of that when I think of grilled pizza. When did you first kind of have this education on grilled pizzas and kind of decide that that's a direction you wanted to go with one of your styles?
Um, well, like I said, I was in one of our restaurants, and we were we do a traditional hand toss style pizza there, and as good as it is, I wanted to try something else, and at that time, this was probably 2014, 2013. Um, at the time, I didn't know anything about grilled pizza. I'd never heard of it. I've never had it. So I just kind of, just had the idea to oil up this dough and throw it on the grill without really thinking about it. And that just opened up, so many other ideas that I had behind it. And that's what started it up. And then since then, I've obviously looked into it a lot more, read into it, mastered it, and understood it over the years, as it's been done before, and from other pizzaiolos, and I've read a lot of books, and it's just all come together since then. So about 2013, 2014.
Fantastic. You have a rotating seasonal menu. Is that right?
We do. Yeah, we do 3 seasons: spring, summer, and fall. Yes.
Cool. So are you getting close to switching over?
Yeah, we just ended our spring menu last week, and we'll be switching over to summer. We are in Texas, so summers last quite long here. So our summer menu will begin the second week of July and go through
Okay.
probably the first week of September or so.
Neat. And I heard that you have a profit sharing program attached to the seasonal menus.
Yeah, yeah, that's one of the big things that I really pride myself on in creating for the team that we have. Without a team that backs you, without a team that has a passion for not only um, them making their own money, but for what the business is about and the ethos behind the business, um, I really wanted to create something that would bring the team together. And so with these seasonal menus, I can go in and create every item that I want to and put it on the menu and take credit for everything. But uh, in order to have a team that really wants to keep that passion going, and bring in their own creativity, and not get stuck doing the same thing every day, I thought, why don't I offer them opportunities to either create a cocktail, a craft cocktail, a pizza, a small plate, something that we can put on the menu, where they can get credit not only with getting their name on the menu and getting their name out there, but having a small cut of profit per item of theirs that's sold. So they get $1 per item sold, um, on the menu each season.
That could be pretty significant, huh?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, it's okay, and it's as long as the team's happy, and they're pushing what our passion is there at the pizzeria, and it's enabling creativity throughout the space, and keeping everybody happy and positive throughout the day. That's the most important thing. I don't mind, paying $1 per item sold to each employee. That's not even what it's about. It's just about making the team happy, and the customers really see that.
So, with the profit sharing for those items, how did you come up with what that rate was going to be, and kind of, do you have, when that rate will change, or how that system works?
Um, I ran some numbers just to kind of see what that would look like in a high volume, low volume, mid volume, what I'd be looking at paying out every menu, and I landed on $1. It's enough to allow the staff member to want to put in that extra effort, to create something, and that time that it takes for them to do that. And it works for me too, because it just allows me to keep everything kind of moving seamlessly throughout each season, and just keeping everybody happy. Really, that's really what it's all about.
How many staff-generated menu items would you say you have per season? Is it like one drink and one food item? How does that work?
Yeah, so we typically do 5 to 6 cocktails. We'll do 2 small plates and maybe 2 to 4 pizzas between our Neapolitan and grilled. Um, and that can change every season. If when a staff member comes up, they bring us an idea. Um, we'll take it and we'll test it. If it's not where we kind of meet together, it's not where what fits our menu, then we'll go in with them and we'll work with them and make some adjustments and see if they're able to grasp those adjustments and still make it on the menu. If not, then I will take that place and put in something there that's going to fit the menu. But yeah, it's typically, say, in total 8 to 10 employees per season that are participating.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It really is a lot of fun. And I part of that is as an owner and an operator, um, I I'm still learning, right? And I learn from my staff members every season as well because they come up with some great ideas, great recipes, and it allows me to not get stuck in my own ways as well, and really open my mind to what other people are creating and their ideas.
Cool. What's the most successful staff-generated item you've ever had on the menu? Do you remember?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Let's see. I know one season we did a cacio e pepe pizza on the Neapolitan style, which is very popular. Um, we also did arancinis, which were very, very popular. And in that season, that person actually he had both of those on the menu, so it's it's kind of hard to remember which one actually sold the most. But in together, he definitely had the highest um, sales through that season. But it's been pizza items every season that are generating the most sales on those menus.
Do your staff get competitive about like being like who's got the top item, who's selling the most of their creation?
Um, they sometimes do, and I'm a very competitive person as well. So whenever we do our staff meeting where we present the highest menu items sold, I do, I make it fun, I make it competitive, and build it up to where we're all gonna, be rooting on for, third, second, and first place. So, um, yeah, I don't want to make it too competitive and have somebody be upset about something, but at the same time, being competitive in this industry is something that you need to understand, and things are always changing between local businesses, so to have that competitive edge is a lot of fun to create. Yeah.
Great. I heard the Coastline recently won an award for its cocktails. How do you put together your bar menu each season?
So each season, so we have our standard, obviously our standard house signature cocktail menu. Um, and each season, it really just depends on. We really try to push what is what the season is bringing in as far as fresh produce and products. Um, so we work with our vendors closely, and they offer us limited items for that season, and that's what we run with. So it just really depends on what it is that's available that we can work with, and we try to cross utilize things as much as possible. So if we're bringing in an item for a season that we don't normally have, we'll definitely try to use that not only for a cocktail, but we'll cross utilize something for one of our pizzas or small dishes as well.
Fantastic. If someone were visiting Coastline Pizzeria for the first time, are there any things they absolutely must order?
Um, I mean, I always recommend, if you're coming in with two people, just order one of each style of pizza, so you
Hmm.
can really understand the two differences between the styles. Um, obviously traditional Neapolitan and this grilled style pizza that nobody has really ever eaten before. Um, so I would probably say the one thing is probably the grilled pizza. It's just something unique, and you never hear of a pizzeria doing it. I've never been to a pizzeria that's done a grilled pizza. Um, so that's what I would recommend typically.
Fantastic. Yeah, I know Denise makes them in her backyard, but I've never had one myself.
I do.
Yeah,
I make
yeah,
grilled pizzas, and it's a lot of fun. I actually use my little Weber Smoky Joe, which is kind of the best because it's small and you can put the lid on and really, get things going. So I do grilled pizzas, and yeah, the key is the par bake for me. What do you think the keys are to really doing it well in a pizzeria environment and doing it for volume?
yeah. It really comes down to the par grill. How that par grill is done. If if the par grill isn't cooked to a certain point, if it's a little under or a little over, that's going to drastically affect the amount of time that it's going to take to finish the pizza in our deck oven, whether it be under or over. Because we also have to consider the ingredients, the toppings, the cheese that are on the pizzas at that point as well. So if the dough isn't par grilled enough, then it needs to stay in the oven longer, which means that the cheese is going to melt out a little bit more. Maybe the cup and char pepperonis might get a little bit too charred. And then on the opposite side, if it's par grilled too far, then the cheese won't melt properly and the cup and char pepperoni won't cup and char. So I would say the par grilling of the dough is probably the key. Yeah.
And one of the things I think about with grilled pizzas, especially, and Neapolitan's similar too, is that you use toppings sparingly, you use soft sauces sparingly, you use cheese sparingly. So you've got a nice marriage between two styles where you're not overdoing toppings, which probably helps you on a food cost a little bit, right?
Absolutely. And it's a good point there with the Neapolitan pizza. Less is more. You don't want to over top a Neapolitan pizza. Excuse me. That's just going to, you know, the just completely change how the pizza is eaten. Now with the grilled pizza, it does have a bit more structure. So the preset pizzas that we have put together on our menu for the grilled style do have a bit more toppings than our Neapolitan style. And if somebody wants to, say load up a pizza or do like a supreme type of pizza, um, we recommend it going to the grilled style pizza just because it has a stronger structure to it.
Got it. Do you offer these grilled pizzas at any of your other concepts?
Um, we do. So we opened up a pizzeria in Canyon Lake. Was it 3 years ago now? Actually, about the same time that we opened up Coastline in Houston, and we utilized the grilled style pizza over there as well. We're in the works of opening up another Italian restaurant in it's called Wimberley, Texas. It's in the Hill Country as well, and we're going to be utilizing the grilled pizza there as well. It's just such a unique product that it draws attention. It brings people in. Oh, grilled pizza. I've never had that before. Let me go in and try it. And then they come and try it, and that's where they get hooked with that style.
That's great. Have you noticed it kind of catch on more in one spot than the other, or really just wherever you introduce it, you make fans wherever you go?
Yeah, I would say since Coastline is where we originated or really pushed the grilled pizza, that's definitely going to be the place where it's um, a lot more popular. The other locations are actual Italian restaurants. not just
Hmm.
pizzerias. So the the menu is a lot more broad in the other restaurants. So the pizzas aren't as popular as they are here at Coastline.
Got it. And how do they travel? Do you do many grilled pizzas for delivery or carry out?
Yeah, yeah, that's actually I push if people want to do carry out, delivery or caterings, things like that. I push the grilled pizza because Neapolitan once it's sitting in a box for 5 minutes, it just completely changes the texture of the pizza.
Yeah.
Um, and the grilled pizza, since it's a lower hydration dough, so it can withstand some of that moisture that's going to be trapped in a pizza box much longer than a Neapolitan. So travel well. Even eating it cold is you still get a little bit of texture to it, so it's nice. Yeah.
Since you have two different dough recipes, do you have specific times that you devote to making each of them? How does that work?
Yes, between the Neapolitan and the grilled, two completely different style dough recipes, two completely different type of flours that are utilized between the two. Our Neapolitan dough is we do about a 48-hour ferment process, 36 to 48 hour, and that's a partial cold ferment. Our grill dough, it's about an 18 to 24-hour process, and that is a room temperature ferment. So we make our grill dough around, I would say, mid-afternoon, early evening to be utilized for the morning after.
Very cool. If someone were interested in offering grilled pizzas at their pizzeria, is there anything that you kind of wish that you had known before embarking on this process?
It's not easy. It takes quite a bit of skill. It's a it's a it's a longer process, um, or a more technical process rather, than a traditional hand toss dough on a slab. Just because whenever you press out the grilled dough and the herbs and oil, it gets really soft. So it, I don't know if I would really recommend doing the way that we do it in other places, but it is definitely possible. It just takes a lot of time to get it down right.
I think you've really given us a great look at the restaurant and especially the grilled styles. And we thank you so much for hopping on today and talking to us.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate you having me on and um, letting me talk about our space and what we do and how we appreciate all the staff that we have and the styles of pizza that we do. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.